Alright guys, back with the white Mustang. Gonna be keeping this one outside for the winter time. So just wanted to get it kind of wiped off and cleaned up. Got it in the garage with the heat going. It's fairly well defrosted, so I'll be able to wipe it off. I did have it hooked up to that Schumacher battery maintainer. It's going charging through the cigarette lighter. But I want to use that maintainer on the Lincoln. So last year when the black car was at my dad's house for the winter, just had it hooked up to this Schumacher onboard maintainer. So I'm gonna see if I can get this mounted up on the white car. That way I can just run an extension cord out through the garage door and plug it in, and it'll maintain the battery. So I'm gonna be wiping it off with some of this the Speed Bead. Got my towels here. Stoner makes some pretty good stuff. I definitely like the invisible glass. Pretty good glass cleaner. So I'm gonna try this out. It says that you can use it on a wet or dry finish. So that'll work out on this. Got a little bit of water going on here. So I'm gonna get this wiped off and then see about getting this maintainer hooked up on there. And I got the black car on the NOCO set to the AGM mode. So we'll get the Schumacher on here so this thing will fire up. The other thing too, been really getting into 0-20 oil lately. For the white car, I did that car takes 8 quarts. So I got the 5/4 of the Magnatech. I put this Edge 0-20 in the black car. And with the white car, I just had 3 quarts of the 520 laying around. So I did the 3 quarts of the 520 with the other 5 quarts of the 0-20. And it's actually doing pretty good. I mean, it seems like, it's not super negative degree temperatures, but it's been getting down into the 20s. So it's fairly cold. It seems to help out with cold starts. And it's definitely nice having that heater core fixed up in there. I don't think I've driven this car with heat in it since like 2000, so it's been a while. But that's going pretty good. And I swapped out my turbine wheels with the all-season tires. Just try to keep the 93 Cobra R's out of the elements for the winter time. And then if need be, if I have to take this thing somewhere for some reason, it's definitely a better tire than the Nittos, which are really more of a summer performance tire. Alright. Get this thing wiped off and get some shots of it. Alright, got her all cleaned up. Speed Bead. Stuff works pretty good. Wiped off the rims. Glass all cleaned up. Got that Schumacher onboard maintainer hooked up. So just double checking it with the battery monitor. So got wired in. It's real easy. It's positive to positive, negative to negative. And then I've also got this wired past the cutoff switch, so I could actually disconnect power to the car and still keep the battery maintainer going if I wanted to for whatever reason. It's probably be hard to get a shot of this, but that's the plug hanging down from the charger. So I'll be able to get the car cover on here. So that's the charger. It's got it zip tied up there. That way I can just chop it off there in the springtime. Like if I was going to permanently mount it, I'd probably do it differently, do a little better job, but this is just for the winter time. And then, like I said, if I ever have to take the car anywhere, the battery will be fully charged. You just pull the cover off, unplug this extension cord, and be on my way. So I'm gonna pull the car out, get in front of the garage, and get this hooked up again. Alright, so ready to put the extension cord on here and then throw the cover over it. Should be good. Alright, so just double check. Battery maintainer's charging, so that's all good. Ready to lock it up. Alright, there she is, all covered up. Extension cord will go through the garage door. If anything happens, it'll shut down on that circuit breaker. Alright, so got the black car on the NOCO. Got the SP3 going on my brother's bike. Got another Schumacher maintainer for my R6. And I got this one going on the Lincoln. Just charging through the cigarette lighter in there. I don't want to open the door, it's going to turn the lights on and mess with the charge. So the other thing too is like you always want to verify that it's charging, especially if you're using that cigarette lighter plug. Sometimes you plug it in but it doesn't really make a good connection, so always double check it with a meter. You know, I just go under the hood here. The battery on the Lincoln's in the trunk, but I can a few of these pins are hot, so I put the positive lead on one of those pins and I just ground the meter to this bolt here. And that gives me a reading so I can verify it's charging. Because sometimes you'll plug it in and you know, the light will come on saying that it's charging. But like I said, that 12 volt accessory or cigarette lighter plug, it's just not seated right in there. And it won't charge a battery. So always double check that. I mean, it's always a good idea. Anytime I'm charging anything, I always verify that it's charging with the voltmeter. It's just good practice. And then the other thing, you know, I've been using the Stable 360. If you have a lot of cars, I'd suggest they make a marine version, which is more concentrated. I actually have that too, but I let my dad borrow it. He's got it for doing all his stuff. So, I mean, I use that in everything. So the Lincoln, the two Mustangs, the R6, put it in my brother's FZ6, my lawnmower, my weed whacker, everything, everything gets a fuel stabilizer. So, you know, especially for the Mustangs, they're just pretty much going to be sitting around here for the winter time. And then this 360 stuff is basically meant to be used year round. I used to use the old school Stable. I've actually still got quite a bit of it laying around here, so. But yeah, I've always had really good luck with that stuff, so I like using it. It's one less thing to worry about when you go to start your vehicle up. Well, like I said, especially, you know, with the Mustangs or the R6, they're just sitting for, you know, a good 4 months out of the year. So it's always a good idea to stabilize that fuel. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. So white car's outside. It's got the battery maintainer, full tank of gas with the stable in there. Got the different tires on there, so if I have to take it somewhere, it's not a big deal. And then the black car should just be hibernating in here for the winter time. And then got the snow tires up on the Lincoln, so ready for that snow when it starts falling again. Alright guys, hope you like this. I'll catch you in the next one.